Hey there. Take a deep breath and just settle in for a minute. Today, we're going to go on a little guided journey together through this explainer. We're looking at some really profound lessons from a brilliant book called The Courage to be Disliked. You know, if you've ever felt like you're just kind of stuck in neutral while everyone else your age is sprinting ahead, consider this a quiet, safe space just for you to unpack those feelings. So let's just start by validating a feeling we all know way too well. You open up your phone, you're scrolling, and boom. You see a friend or a classmate who just achieved something huge. They look super successful, genuinely happy, and maybe making a bunch of money. And instead of feeling pure joy for them, this heavy, dark cloud of envy just kind of rolls in, right? You catch yourself thinking, man, what on earth am I even doing with my life? Listen, if you're feeling that way, please know you are absolutely not alone. It literally happens to the best of us. But here's the cool part. We can actually completely reframe that painful self-doubt. Society kind of tells us that feeling inferior is a sickness, right? Like it's this character flaw we need to hide away. But the courage to be disliked flips that on its head. It teaches us that feeling less than is actually a perfectly normal, healthy thing. It is definitely not a disease. It's a stimulant. It's literally just your brain's way of tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, you're ready to grow. So when you're feeling lost in those dark woods of comparison, you just need a map. And here is our simple 3-step map. Encouragement, positive subjective connotation, and finally, striving and growth. Think of these as 3 stepping stones to get you safely across a rushing river. Let's start with step 1, which is encouragement. Now this means dropping what we might call the if-only trap. You know the one. If only I had a better starting salary, or if only I hadn't bombed that exam. We've got to let go of that fantasy. The very first move is to look in the mirror and practice some radical self-acceptance. Accept yourself exactly as you are right this second, flaws and all. It takes real courage to just look at yourself and say, okay, this is me and I am totally enough to start from right here. Once you've accepted where you are, we step onto stone number 2, positive subjective connotation. Now, I know that sounds like a super dense academic term, but honestly, just think of it like swiping to a different, brighter filter on your phone's camera app. Those intense feelings of inferiority, they're rarely based on hard, objective facts. They're usually just our own subjective, kind of warped interpretations. You have this incredible power to simply change the lens you're using to view your reality. Let's actually practice shifting that perspective right now. Say the objective fact is simply that you have a job. A negative interpretation, putting that dark, gloomy filter on, focuses entirely on the fact that you're earning less money than your friends. But let's swap the lens. What if this specific job gives you an absolutely perfect work-life balance? What if it gives you the actual time and energy to pursue your true passions outside of work? Notice how the objective reality didn't change at all, but your peaceful, positive outlook just completely transformed the entire picture. And that brings us right to step 3, striving and growth. You've accepted yourself and you've swapped your lens to something positive. Now, you need to realize that feeling a sense of lacking isn't some heavy anchor dragging you to the bottom of the ocean. Actually, think of it as fuel for your car. The absolute healthiest way to live is to use that exact feeling to propel yourself forward. Pour that fuel directly into your daily studies, into your current job, or into practicing a new skill. Just keep driving. So let's quickly summarize these core concepts so you have a solid little toolkit to carry in your back pocket whenever that heavy envy strikes out of nowhere. Remember these 3 pillars. 1. Accept your current self without all those if-onlys. 2. Apply a positive interpretation to your reality by just changing your camera lens. And 3. Compensate for whatever lack you're feeling through steady, daily striving and growth. I want to leave you with a really calming thought today. Progress doesn't have to be some loud, flashy victory that you post online. Most of the time, the journey to true happiness is literally just about taking one gentle, quiet step forward today. But I do have to ask you, are you willing to take that step, even if it means having the courage to be disliked or misunderstood by people who aren't on your path? So, what is one small, positive step you can take right now? Just keep moving forward, my friend.